What's up, guys? Here is Mestan, and we are going to cover the third conditional. I'm really interested in conditionals because they're really easy to get and you can differentiate between them very easily. So, here, take a look at the third conditional, and we are gonna differentiate between the third conditional and second conditional to for you to know about them, how they are different and whatever. But take a look. Here we have the introduction to introduce you the topic. Third conditional is talking about the condition in the past that didn't happen, and it remains such a dream with no possibility of it coming true because it cannot be done anymore. You see? It's different from the second conditional in a way that it's finished and never possible to happen. Whereas the second conditional tense is talking about the imagination or unreality of an action in the future, which is not finished but impossible or not true to be done. Here I can make it clear for you. The third conditional is talking about the action that relates to the past condition and it's not done in the past time and it's impossible to be done in the present. If we don't talk about the present or past, we can only take a look and overview the meaning of third conditional. You can say that it's such a dream with no possibility of it coming true. It cannot uh, it's not possible to happen, and it's like a dream or you cannot make it real or make it happen in some time. So you can say it's not imagination, it's totally impossible to happen in some time. But if you differentiate it or compare it with the second conditional is not for a past event or past things. It's only for the actions that unreal or impossible to happen in some time in the future. It's not done in some time in the past, but it's not likely or not possible to happen in the future. So it's not real. It's not true. So the only difference is that the third conditional is for the past conditions for something that's totally impossible to happen. But the second conditional for something that's unreal, like an imagination. So here, look at the formula. We also have if, which we have to have if because it indicates the conditions. Plus past perfect. Yeah, here we have to use past tenses, past perfect tenses, to indicate that this is the third conditional. By having the past perfect form, you know that this is the third conditional if you don't know the meaning or anything. So we have if plus past perfect, comma, with, of course, subject, comma, subject, would, could, should, might. You can use the modals in the past form plus have plus past participle, which indicates the perfect tenses. Here we have some examples. If it had been an earthquake yesterday, would you have stayed home? It's the question form. You can use it in the question form. If it had been an earthquake yesterday, yesterday the earthquake didn't happen. So if you talk about it or not, if you say if it would happen or not, nothing changed. So this is not possible to happen anymore because yesterday it didn't happen. The second one, if it had rained, I would have used my umbrella. This is, yeah, like a thinking or like a dream because there's no rain. You don't have to use your umbrella. The third one, I should have done my homework if I had had an exam. Here, if I had had an exam, this is the past perfect form. And I should have done, this is also the perfect tense, past perfect. Here, you see that the sentence starts with the I should have done. The clauses switched. You can switch the clauses any way you want. The last one, if you have bought a lottery ticket, you might have won. Here we have you might have won. This is the contraction. You can make the contraction might have or should have. You can also say you might have won. Um, these are some different uses of or usage of the formula. You can play with it any way you want. The third conditional can also be used to express the bad feeling or regret about a past event. Yeah, this is true. You can use it for regret and bad feeling when you weren't confident with something that happened in the past, so you can express it with the third conditional. If I had not walked the mountain, I wouldn't have felt tired. This is kind of regret about walking the mountain when you walk the mountain and you feel tired, so you wish you didn't walk the mountain. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the test. This is also shows the regret. Here we have some exercises to get better at it. So here, if I had been born in another country, here you can use your own word and complete the sentence. If you don't know anything about the meaning or you don't understand anything, how do you know this is the third conditional? You have to take a look at its formation, its formula. Here we have if plus subject, of course, plus had been. You know that it's the perfect past perfect tense. So you think that from the other clauses you have to have also a perfect tense, past perfect tense. So you know that this is the third conditional and used for something that's impossible to happen. And also you know how to use the formula because we have the past perfect here. So let's think about something to put into this blank. You can say if I had been born in another country, I I would have spoken another language. You can say that. I would have spoken another language. You were born in your country or in your place and you speak your language, so it's impossible um, to be born. You cannot born again, so it's impossible. The second one, here the multiple choice. Um, if you don't know how to decide to choose which one of them, so take a look at the completed clause. Here we would have spent time together. You know that this is the past perfect tense, so you have to use the past perfect tense in the other clauses. So here if you say if we are free, so that would be a first conditional tense and we have to have a present simple in other clause. If we say if we were, it's that would be a second conditional and we have to have a past yeah, past tense in the other clause, but we have the past perfect tense. What's the best choice is C. You can say if we had been. I forgot to tell you something. You can never ever use the with or modal verbs with the if clause. We have to have them in the other clause. So here, the best choice is C. If we had been free, we would have spent time together. The last one. If we had arrived earlier, we would have, yeah, we would have seen the movie. Here, a mistake. We would have seen the movie. We would have seen the movie. So this is also the past perfect tense. I hope you got the idea of the third conditional and you know how to differentiate between the second, first, or third conditional, which they are easy, they are not difficult to get, and you can review them and do more practice. Have a nice day. Goodbye.